For stopping by my channel. I wanted to go over the Watchtower study that's going to be used in the Kingdom Hall across, well, most of planet Earth. Not China or anything like that. Not a lot of the Asian countries, but that's another story for another time. Or I might incorporate that later on. Who knows? But it is improve your study habits. So, well, let's jump right into it, shall we? Number one, why might some not be inclined to study? So I'll read paragraph 1. It takes a great deal of effort to earn a living these days. Many of our brothers work long hours just to provide the necessities of life for their families. Countless others spend several hours each workday traveling to and from their place of employment, or the Kingdom Hall for that matter. Many support themselves by doing hard physical labor. By the end of the day, these hardworking brothers and sisters are exhausted. The last thing many are inclined to do is study. Okay, it all goes back to fear-mongering. I can already sense it. I have a confession to make. I didn't read this beforehand. I'm just reading it as I'm making this video. So I didn't read it beforehand. But anyway, you don't need to study with a failed prediction organization, a false prophet organization that frankly doesn't stand up to even the Bible. They're more like the Pharisee organizations of Jesus' day. It's evident with their rules and regulations. You can study, but does it have to be during? And this is what I think they're trying to say too in paragraph 1 here. Is because the Organization of Jehovah's Witnesses has 5 meetings a week, 3 during when I was going, it was a Tuesday night, and then there's a Thursday night book study, but they combined the book study with the not the theocratic ministry school anymore. I keep on saying that. The Christian Life and Service meeting and book study, I believe. I think I said it right, but yeah. And then they have the Watchtower study and the public discourse and Watchtower study, and then they have a field service on top of it. So when you're a witness, if you're not a Jehovah's Witness watching this, you are fortunate for one, because they really hammer in fear-mongering, and that's why witnesses are witnesses, is because of the fear-mongering, because they're going to, it goes back to Armageddon. Like I say, they really want these individuals to study their theology, their doctrine, the Jehovah's Witness doctrine that is, and they want to condition them to get to the meetings and make them feel guilty, because it all goes back to, God will murder you if you don't, support the child abuse organization known as Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but they're really trying to they're basically hammering in, if you read what they're really trying to say in paragraph 1 is, okay, you are working really hard, and the last thing you want to do is to study. So you better study, otherwise God will murder you. That's really what they're saying. Is they agree that you're tired, but you need to study, because 1975 is right around the corner. I mean, like I say. Anyway, sorry for digressing there, but I think you got what I was saying. So, number 2, when do you find time to study? Of course, I should do it the way the Watchtower conductor does it. He reads it after the fact. They read, so maybe I should do that. Okay, I read number 2, sorry. The fact is, though, that we must find time to study. Really study. God's Word and our Christian publication. Oh, there we go. Our relationship with Jehovah and our everlasting life depend on it. See? Fear-mongering. I knew it. I absolutely knew it. That right there, they started off in number 2 here. Jehovah and our everlasting life depends on it. Our relationship with an organization, and they're going to tell you it's God. Exactly. I knew it. I knew they were going to do that. Some rise early every day and study when their home is quiet and their mind is fresh after a night's rest. Others set aside a few tranquil minutes at the end of the day to take in spiritual food and meditate on it. No doubt. Oh, wait. Sorry. So there you go. That's I covered what number 2 was talking about. Just flabbergasted the fact that they didn't take so long to bring the real issue or the real thing with it. So moving on to number 3 and 4. No doubt you agree that it is important to find time to study. Well, of course it's fine to study, but again, it doesn't have to be with an organization. But what should we study? There is so much to read. You may say, I find it hard to keep up. Some manage to take full advantage of every spiritual provision, but many of our brothers struggle to find the time to do so. The governing body is aware of this. For that reason, direction was recently given to reduce the amount of material provided both in print and digital form. For example, we no longer publish the Yearbook of Jehovah's Witnesses. That's a money issue probably. Probably costs some money, too much money to do that. So that's why they're, anything to save money. Since many encouraging experiences are available on jw.org, as well as on the monthly programs of the JW Broadcasting. Yeah, right. The public edition of the Watchtower and Awake. Magazines are now published just three times a year. These adjustments have not been made so that we will have more time to pursue other activities. Oh, no, of course not. Keep them fear-mongered, Watchtower. They have been put in place to enable us to give careful attention to the more important things. Let us discuss how you can set priorities and how you can benefit fully from personal Bible study. See, right there, personal Bible study. You can have, personal Bible study, and that's fine. But again, an organization that wants your money, and look, this is all about saving money, paragraph 4. They're cutting down on stuff so they can save money. It has nothing to do, and like I say, they're really trying to butter up the witnesses by, trying to, well, they always try to butter up the witnesses, but this is another way of just lying to them. The money issue is that's why they're not publishing the Yearbook of Jehovah's Witnesses and the Wake and Watchtower just 3 times a year. So, but notice how this organization likes to put the more important things, and they like to apply it and put it into their narrative and apply it to themselves. Yeah, you need to, make sure the more important things like Watchtower, an organization that's not backed up by God. Unless God doesn't care about children, then I guess, and he does care about children, but the Watchtower God has that 2-witness rule in place, that protects pedophiles and keeps children not safe. This organization, again, you can set your priorities by personal Bible study. I should just read it right there. We can benefit from personal Bible study. But again, the organization wants you to follow their spiritual food, which is poison, basically. Set your priorities, 5 through 6. What publication should we be sure? Well, let me read 5 and 6. Of course, I didn't read number 3 and 4, did I? Okay, well, Sorry, I'll read 5 and 6. What should our priorities include? We should certainly spend time each day studying God's Word. The amount of material now scheduled for the congregation weekly Bible reading has been reduced in order to give us more time to meditate on what we read and to do extra research. Our goal should be not merely to cover the assigned material, but to allow the Bible's message. That's what it does. See, not to Jehovah God, but to Jehovah's organization. What else should we study carefully? Of course, we want to prepare the material for the Watchtower study and the congregation Bible study as well as other material for the midweek meeting. We should also keep up with each issue of the Wake and Watchtower. There you go. They're going beyond the things that are written. You got to keep on doing those. Yes, it's very important, the Wake and Watchtower, because, again, your everlasting salvation depends on it, and you only serving this organization, or you're serving God out of what? So you can survive? That's not pure worship right there. Fear-mongering, being fear-mongered is not pure worship to God. God would not like that. The true Jehovah would not want you to serve him out of fear, because he's a God of love, and the real Jehovah is a God of love. The Watchtower Jehovah, again, is a brutal murderer, and it's about keeping the people in their organization through fear. Okay, number 7. Fine, you may say, but what about all the features that appear on our website, jw.org, as well as the material that is presented on JW Broadcasting? There is so much. Consider an illustration. Yeah, there is so much crap right there. So much, just so much crap. Consider an illustration. A great variety of delicious food is available in a buffet at a restaurant. The patrons of the restaurant could never sample everything that is offered. Darrell Wahlberg could. So they choose just a few dishes. Not Darrell Wahlberg. He chooses everything. Okay. Similarly, if you are unable to keep up with everything that is supplied electronically, do not be discouraged. Oh yeah, like they're going to be read or watch what you can. Let us now discuss what is involved in study and how to derive the most benefit from our study. Right. Like they're going to be discouraged. Do not be discouraged. They're going to be... There's nothing to do with discouragement. Study is work, the second subheading, I think it was it. First or second, or maybe it's the second. Yeah, second subheading, sorry. To study is to read with sustained, purposeful concentration. It is not just a matter of skimming the assigned material and underlining the answers when preparing for the Watchtower study. For example, first take note of the preview at the beginning of the article. Next, consider the title of the article as well as the subheadings and the review questions. Then read the article slowly and carefully. Take note of the topic sentence, which is usually the first sentence of every paragraph. The topic sentence will often alert you to the direction in which the paragraph will be taking you. As you read through the article, think about the way each paragraph supports the subheading and ties in with the general theme of the article. Make a note of any unfamiliar words and the points that you would like to clarify through further research. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's talk about this. Actually, let's move to number 9. We're about done. This is a second parter. Again, I read the rest of it, and it wasn't that great. So I'm just gonna do up to 9 or 10, I think. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, that's just gonna go up to number 9, and you can read the rest if you want to. The Watchtower study is a study of the Bible. Again, going beyond the things that are written. The Watchtower study is a study of the Bible. No, it's not. It's going beyond the things that are written. It's implying, or it's fitting in their narrative in order to get their point across. And it's going beyond the things that are written. What did the Bible say? Do not go beyond the things that are written. Okay, continuing. Therefore, pay particular attention to the scriptures, especially those that will be read when the congregation considers the material. Take special note of how the key words or phrases in the scripture support the point being made in the paragraph. Moreover, take time to meditate on the scriptures that you read and reflect how you can personally apply them in your life. If you want to read Joshua 1:8, go ahead. I'm not going to. And look at right here. Yeah, right there. Oops, sorry. Parents are indoctrinating their children. What if these kids right here were raised in the Catholic faith? Huh? They'd be toast at Armageddon because they did not choose their religion. Like 90% of the witnesses that were born ins, basically. And they get fed this bull crap from these parents because they're fed from their bull crap from their parents. Sorry, excuse me. And it's true. It's just these kids don't know, and they're getting indoctrinated like these parents probably were. I mean, it all. Like I say, it goes back to fear mongering too. I keep on repeating myself, but that's what the organization is based upon. If you're an ex-Jehovah's Witness, that's why you do videos. You should really incorporate. I'm not saying what you should do, but that's what you should do all the time, is to put the point across to people who are not Jehovah's Witnesses and Jehovah's Witnesses. Actually, it's probably more important to point out the fear-mongering to current Jehovah's Witnesses if they come across your channel. Because that's why they're Jehovah's Witnesses. Is because, oh my God, I'm going to be murdered if I don't. And I won't be able to praise the bloodthirsty monster in the new world if I mean, it's ridiculous. Like I say, I'm not going to go any further. I read it earlier because, again, this is a two-parter. I did one last night and then tonight on Saturday here. So last night was Friday and this night is Saturday, obviously. But but again, these kids are getting fed food that's not inspired and it's not infallible. But yet, if the governing body, if the Catholic Church would do something, would feed people spiritual things like sacraments or whatever, then they would just lambaste the Catholic Church, and they do anyway. They lambaste all other religions, and they fail to look at their own hypocrisy. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please, and leave a like and comment. And I hope you enjoyed this video. You have a great day now. Thank you very much.